For the next 3 to 5 days, I'm gonna live like it's 1995. That means no social media, no entertainment, and no artificial lights after sunset. I want to find out if I'm actually tired or simply overstimulated. I'm removing all the light bulbs because I turned them accidentally and I want to have a real experience. So the goal is to be as authentic as possible. As I am not planning to use the electricity in order to cook, so I'm going to buy some gas from the shop and we'll cook a meal afterwards. So the goal of cooking food in the old way is to disrupt my brain's old routines or habits, so it can start trying to find new ways in terms of thinking. I don't know if it's scientifically if it's going to do something, but at least I just want to make some changes, you know. And the other thing I've noticed is this first half day was completely weird because I don't have any social media either way, but still my brain keeps going into some apps looking for stimulation. I feel like he is looking for this dopamine and wants this instant shot of dopamine to feel good. He wants to be stimulated, so that's why I find it very difficult. But what's going to be interesting is in the evening, I want to see how my brain acts when I will have nothing to do other than read books. So we'll see how it goes. As I finished eating, and now I need to do something. It's either nap or I need to start reading. But reading, it feels like the entry price is so high that it's discouraging for the brain that is not used to this type of effort. So I will try to rest a bit and then I'll see how my brain reacts afterwards. As you can see, I woke up from my nap to see this weather change in 15 minutes. So basically I was unable to focus no matter what I did. So I'm just going to the gym to lift some weights and hopefully it wakes my body a little bit. So let's see how it goes, and when I'll be back it will be sunset time already, so it's going to be interesting to see the impact on my body, how the lack of artificial light, how my body reacts to it. So it's not going very well, so it's really bad. So I'm still using my phone a lot on things that I shouldn't be using, and the brain is really, he is the final boss that you cannot beat, you know. He's very tough and smart. By that what I mean is that the brain doesn't tell you to let's play games or do this or spend time on social media. No, he makes you think that you are working on productivity, improving some of your routines or anything, you know, but in the end you are not bringing value to your day. So this is my realization, and it's really tough. So I'll keep you updated along the day, and I noticed a pattern at home. So I have this urge and need to do two things at once in order to optimize and save time, but in the end I end up wasting my time, and it's just time consuming because you switch all the time between tasks. And it's these tasks, for example, I need to discuss with ChatGPT about this research or this or that. I need to respond to my friend's message, or I need to send a message to my friend before I forget, and so on and so on. I just keep postponing with these tasks, so I don't even read and sit down, you know. And all this is with a phone. That's the main point. And then when I leave my place, it's all right. My focus comes back. I can, if I took a book in the car, I could read in the car. It's not a problem. And this wasn't the case before. It now appeared in these last 3 months. So it's an interesting observation for now. I'm trying this yogurt that says food in a bottle, and basically it's everything you need. It's your lunch basically in a bottle, and you can see all the vitamins in the string, and it's a little bit light compared to the typical yogurt, so it's not too bad, because I'm too lazy to cook anything, I mean, other than eggs or just chicken. Too lazy to come up with a recipe, so yeah, it does the job, you know. This is the place where my mind is free. I'm not looking for any distractions, so maybe I need a bit of nature in me instead of trying to work against my environment. Just try to maybe change the environment, and that might solve my issue. We've got some guests. So this is the end of the second day, and I have to admit that I am disappointed, and I failed. So no matter how hard I try to light some candles and live like it's 1995, it's not because I'm living like it's 1995 that would solve the problem. I would need to remove the phone and only have a flip phone in order to make it work, because on me, I think on other people it would work, but on me it doesn't work. I'm still distracted by my phone. I'm doing research on ChatGPT or trying to find some stuff. I mean, it's just crazy how my brain gets creativity out of nowhere all of a sudden. So I think smartphones is the problem for me. So for now, this is my conclusion. I don't need a week to prove you that, but for now, that is enough data for me. And I'll try to reduce my phone usage by tomorrow as well. Try to disable internet as well and only enable it once every 2 hours or something like that. Day number 3, and it's going better now. So I implemented some changes. So I deleted some apps that helped, and I am disabling internet manually, so I only enable it when it's needed. And the other thing is I try to stay away from the phone, and I put away the phone from my bed, far away, and I put my watch next to my bed so I can check the time in the morning instead of having the phone. So I'm trying to reduce the trigger point as best as I can. I'm here in the nature trying to gain some clarity. This is day number 3, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So one of the things I've did is I deleted some apps that were acting as trigger points. Number 2 is I am turning off the internet manually on purpose and turning on back only when I need it. That's number 2. And number 3 is keep your phone at home. Go for a walk, or if you are going for a jogging or anything that do not require your phone, just keep it at home. Try to keep it at home for an hour or two. If you are going to the grocery shop or anywhere that doesn't require your phone, just keep it at home, and it will help you break this connection with your phone, this permanent connection with your phone. That's going to benefit you. So yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow. So day number 4, and an important thing I realized yesterday, because yesterday I did it, so I didn't realize the effects if I didn't do it. So I took the phone immediately this morning because I needed to wake up. In the end, what happens is it sends a strong signal to your body, somehow that makes you attached the whole day. And if I don't detach myself from this moment as I speak to you, it will just get worse. And that's why sometimes you lack clarity and focus during the whole day. So we are going to experiment that today, and I'll get back to you at the end of the day. Riding some bicycles around. So day number 4 has ended, and I've got some good news for you. And this morning I went on cycling. It took I think it took us 3-4 hours. And I didn't use much my phone, so being disconnected from the phone helped me along the day. And in the evening I went to this burger place, and as I was waiting for my order, I thought, let's not use the phone, anyway, there's nothing to do on it. And then when I was eating the burger as well, I didn't use my phone, and that helped tremendously. And somehow, without doing it on purpose, it gained me mental clarity, and time slowed down, like, for a bit. I was like, this is how it used to be in let's say when we were kids. This is how it used to be. So when I got out of the place, I was looking around, and I realized that time was very slow. It was on a slow pace. That's when I realized that we try to optimize every minute that we have. All these dead moments when you think, oh, not using the phone is like a waste of time, because you try to use your time when you have, even though it's like these boring moments when you're at the doctor's or you have to wait for some reason. And instead of wasting your time, you are like, okay, I'd rather use my time in an efficient way. But in the end, what happens is it accelerates your perception of time. It feels like you are chasing time, and you've got never enough time for yourself. But instead, just try to put these boring moments in your life, and it will get better, and you'll gain mental clarity, and life will have the same taste like 15 years ago. Today is day number 5, and our experiment is coming to an end. So this is a huge success. And in a nutshell, I would tell you that reduce the trigger points. Basically, force yourself for 3 days at least. It's the same as sugar, so you have to force yourself to get into that. And then I would say simply, I think the biggest difference was the fact that I reconnected with the real stuff. I did things with my hands. I was in the garage trying to do some stuff, go for a walk, go cycling, and put your phone in the bag so you don't look at your phone, and so on. Try to detach from your phone for an hour or two. That helps you tremendously without you realizing it. And the other thing that I mentioned in the beginning of the video was artificial light. To be honest, I didn't feel it had that much impact because I don't stay too much at home in the evening. I was always out, so that must have played a role. But if you are exposed to screens, like in my car has screens, and the phone, I guess, and other lights that you have in the streets, or if you are in a restaurant, so you are still exposed. But if you're at home and it's during the winter, that might make a difference. But in the summer, it gets dark after 10, so unless you get prepared to go to bed at already 10, that might have an impact. But otherwise, it didn't feel like it had an impact. But still, the fact that even now I'm not going to put back the light bulbs. I'm just going to keep the candles, and at least it has some benefits. I don't feel like I'm fully awake because of the candles. So that's it, and I hope you really enjoyed this video.